Hey everybody, welcome back to the Overwatch project. It's been a while, but I don't make videos that often. It's good to be able to make videos where you feel like it because you're not asking for any money or anything like that, and do this absolutely 100% free. Today's video, I wanted to talk to you about individual spirits, individuals versus a collective consciousness or hive mind. I feel that I'm an individual, that I'm an individualized spirit, a self-contained consciousness that is currently in human form. And I think the people that watch my channel, the majority of them think that or feel that they are also individuals. We have our own minds. Even if we're tricked for a time, eventually we'll figure it out. We tend to question everything. We don't easily follow groupthink. And if we do, later we regret it. We like to reason things out. And we like to reason with other people, other beings. And I have to address something. I think that there's a possibility. Some channels talk about organic portals. Just to be clear, let's separate generic consciousness. We'll call that soul consciousness and spirit consciousness. Just use these terms to separate possibly two different types of consciousness. There seems to be people out there, to me it seems like, that are not of the same consciousness that I have. I watch these people. You can see them on the street. You can see them in stores. You may interact with them in your own personal lives. And you see a lot of it on YouTube here or on TV. These are people that are not reasonable. They do not seem to be able to reason. There is no discussion with them. They seem to be running a program. And that's what I mean by a hive mind or groupthink. Now, throughout history, these kind of people have been sort of identified with various terms. You can go all the way back thousands of years ago. The ancient Gnostics would call them Hylics or Sarks, essentially calling them skin jobs. That they seemed to be of matter, and that they could not be taught anything. They were not capable of reasoning beyond the material realm. Now, lately today, the flavor of the month term has been social justice warrior, SJW. You see these people now using that label recently. I have my website, OverWatchProject.com, and I have a Minds page, minds.com/OverWatchProject. And just going down like some of the posts I made. Now, this guy Jeremy here from YouTube channel The Quartering, he was actually assaulted at a gaming convention, the Gen Con convention, when, just because he has views that somebody, an SJW, didn't like. Now, these people are interesting to me because they seem to behave. If you ever sat and watched a body of water, an ocean, on a windy day, and the waves are kind of moving, and they all move together. And to me, it's kind of like that. It's like group mind or hive mind, a Borg collective. People that seem to get their marching orders from somewhere, but I don't know exactly where they get their marching orders from, but it seems like they move in unison. They move to a beat. They seem to respond. If you could hack these people, if there was a way to hack the universe like a computer, you could run the entire planet, because they seem to act like an AI, and they they have like their whatever latest thing that they're into, whatever it is. If it's destroying comic books or whatever thing they're into. Like lately, it's suddenly we're very concerned about plastic straws. A month ago, 2 months ago, nobody gave a shit about plastic straws, but suddenly it's in the news, it's in the group mind. Now it's an emergency. We have to get rid of plastic straws. I was at a store the other day, and I happened to notice party packs for people buying like supplies for birthday parties or whatever. And it's funny because suddenly the straws were paper straws in the kit, with paper plates and cups and all this other stuff. It was paper straws. And they were in all different kinds of designs and colors, and all different varied types of paper straws were suddenly available. And I realized, hey, it's only been two weeks or so since this has been all over the news, but it couldn't have taken a company 2 weeks to come up with all these products. It's almost like they made the product, then they make the news, and then the product's on the shelf waiting for you. It just seemed like that to me. I don't know if that's true or not, but anyway. So you have people actually getting physical now, attacking people. If you go through my Minds page and you scroll down, you'll come to this these series of 5 videos here I posted from a YouTube channel that has an in-depth reading and commentary on hypostasis of the archons, which is worth a listen to, by the way. Just not to get off track, but it's definitely worth a listen to. So anyway, these people that are of group mind or group thought, they're not like me. They're not like other people that I know that are not like that. And you may know about people that are voluntarist or anarcho-capitalist. They want to be left alone. They don't want to be ruled by a ruling class or subject to tyranny. And I have to say that I don't know how many people are actual individuals in this world. Maybe 20%. Maybe it's half and half, 50%. Maybe some people are just asleep. Like their consciousness is literally sleeping and their body and brain are running the show. So what are your thoughts on that, on this? To me, it seems like there's 2 different types of consciousness. That there's definitely an individual, some type of divine sparked spiritual consciousness that occupies some humans. And that these people are capable of reason. They want to question things. They appreciate freedom and individuality. And they have an internal moral compass that guides them. They are not even if they're fooled by something or conned by some religious thing or atheist philosophy or whatever, eventually they work themselves out of it. And then there's another type of person out there. A person that has consciousness does not lean on individuality. They seem to be hyper collectivists. And the irony is that in the human parameters of this matrix world we live in, with the rules of the world, the physical world, collectivism in human beings does not work. It fails miserably every time it's tried. It leads to complete and utter despair, failure, and just an equality of poverty. On another note, I was reading that book. I've been reading that book, that I had in my last video, Humans Are Not From Earth. It's a very long book. I must say, the author is strictly focused on the mystery of the physical human being. I don't think there's not much discussion about non-physical or spiritual states in this book at all. So I think the author has some things wrong that I've seen already, but his core analysis that the human physical body is not clearly of earth nature is pretty much on target as far as I can tell. Just to give you an update on that. So anyway, it seems bizarre to me also to point out the fact that in Hollywood, in the entertainment business, these people that work there, whether they're in the acting or producing or directing, when you read their tweets, when you listen to them off script, they seem utterly clueless, mindless buffoons. But yet, they produce movies, not all the time. There's a lot of junk out there. There's a lot of crap. But there is also, I think, everyone that watches TV and movies or certain shows, if you're looking for entertainment that is intelligent, they can produce content that has a moral message. They can produce content that reveals esoteric information. And that is really a mystery to me. If you look at these people, they don't seem capable of doing that when they're off script. They seem vile at times, disgusting with how they think about things. And then they produce some things that are not, that are actually contrary to the personalities they portray in public and off script. And I really can't, for the life of me, determine how that even happens, that they're able to make a decent movie. You know, how does that even happen? So, check out my minds.com page if you want to see all kinds of updates. I post there every day. And don't forget about OverWatchProject.com. There's a great resource of links, lists of books that you can read if you're into trying to figure this stuff out for yourself. Skeptology, which is a website that links to several resources about being a about all this pseudo-skepticism that is used to control information. My old blog, which I no longer update because I'm on Minds now, there's a lot of stuff there too. I don't really post anything on Gab right now. BitChute is merely a mirror of my YouTube account. And of course, if you're new, you can read about me right here on my About section on my page. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you guys later. I'll be looking forward to your comments and seeing what you think about individualized spirits versus SJWs, organic portals, collective consciousness, Borg mentality. What is the deal with all that stuff? I really am still researching it or thinking about it. I have all kinds of theories and all kinds of thoughts about it, but, you know, it's hard to know for sure. Take care. Bye.